Hey, Soul Surfers, welcome to Mindful Monday. We're just going to go ahead and get started with our EFT tapping. Today, we are tapping on joy and happiness. So go ahead and start tapping, and you can repeat these affirmations after me. Even though I don't feel happy right now, I choose to show respect and compassion to myself. And even though I don't feel joyful right now, I choose to completely love and accept myself. As well as anyone else connected to this. All this lack of joy and happiness. It feels like something is missing in my life. Will I ever be happy and joyful? Do I even deserve to be happy? If only things would change, then I could finally be happy. Whatever I am feeling is valid. It is so easy for me to allow my emotions without judgment. So I allow myself to process them all now. The truth is, happiness and joy are my birthright. My happiness comes from within me. And no one is responsible for my happiness but me. I deserve to be happy and joyful. In fact, I am meant to live a joyful and happy life. And I am willing to be happy now. So, starting now, I choose happiness and joy. I am pure, positive energy. and everything is always working out for me and my happiness. I accept that happiness and joy are my true nature. And that I can experience joy and happiness in everything I do. I am allowing myself to feel good more and more. I am confident, happy, healthy, and powerful. Joy and happiness radiate from every cell of my being. Joy and happiness find me wherever I go. It's amazing how easy it is for me to feel joyful and happy now. I choose happiness, and happiness chooses me. Happiness and joy are a way of life for me now. It is easy for me to say no to anything that doesn't make me feel joyful and happy. I celebrate all happiness and joy in my life now. And I find more and more reasons to be joyful and happy every day. I feel more happy and joyful with each breath I take. I now feel happier and more joyful than ever before. And I now know and feel the truth of this all. Mind, body, and soul. And then go ahead and take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And if you have water nearby, grab a drink of water. Now we're going to move on to our activity, which is 10 minutes of creativity or creative expression. You can do anything for this next 10 minutes. You can do drawing, writing, dancing, listening to music, creating music, really anything that is aligned with your form of creative expression. So go ahead, take the next 10 minutes to engage in some sort of creative expression now. And now we're going to move forward with reading. We are still reading The Power of Now. We'll go ahead and pick up where we left off last time. Connecting with the inner body. Please try it now. You may find it helpful to close your eyes for this practice. Later on, when being in the body has become natural and easy, this will no longer be necessary. Direct your attention into the body. Feel it from within. Is it alive? Is there life in your hands, arms, legs, and feet? In your abdomen, your chest? Can you feel the subtle energy field that pervades the entire body and gives vibrant life to every organ and every cell? Can you feel it simultaneously in all parts of the body as a single field of energy? Keep focusing on the feeling of your inner body for a few moments. Do not start to think about it. Feel it. The more attention you give it, the clearer and stronger this feeling will become. It will feel as if every cell is becoming more alive, and if you have a strong visual sense, you may get an image of your body becoming luminous. Although such an image can help you temporarily, pay more attention to the feeling than to any image that may arise. An image, no matter how beautiful or powerful, is already defined in form, so there is less scope for penetrating more deeply. That feeling of your inner body is formless, limitless, and unfathomable. You can always go into it more deeply. If you cannot feel very much at this stage, pay attention to whatever you can feel. Perhaps there is just a slight tingling in your hands or feet. That's good enough for the moment. Just focus on the feeling. Your body is coming alive. Later, we will practice some more. Please open your eyes now, but keep some attention in the inner energy field of the body, even as you look around the room. The inner body lies at the threshold between your form identity and your essence identity, your true nature. Never lose touch with it. Transformation through the body. Why have most religions condemned or denied the body? It seems that spiritual seekers have always regarded the body as a hindrance or even as sinful. Why have so few seekers become finders? On the level of the body, humans are very close to animals. All the basic bodily functions, pleasure, pain, breathing, eating, drinking, defecating, sleeping, the drive to find a mate and procreate, and of course, birth and death, we share with the animals. A long time after their fall from a state of grace and oneness into illusion, humans suddenly woke up in what seemed to be an animal body, and they found this very disturbing. Don't fool yourself, you are no more than an animal. This seemed to be the truth that was staring them in the face, but it was too disturbing a truth to tolerate. Adam and Eve saw that they were naked, and they became afraid. Unconscious denial of their animal nature set in very quickly. The threat that they might be taken over by powerful instinctual drives and revert back to complete unconsciousness was indeed a very real one. Shame and taboos appeared around certain parts of the body and bodily functions, especially sexuality. The light of their consciousness was not yet strong enough to make friends with their animal nature, to allow it to be and even enjoy that aspect of themselves, let alone to go deeply into it to find the divine hidden within it, the reality within the illusion. So they did what they had to do. They began to disassociate from their body. They now saw themselves as having a body rather than just being it. When religions arose, this disassociation became even more pronounced as the "you are not your body" belief. Countless people in East and West throughout the ages have tried to find God, salvation, or enlightenment through denial of the body. This took the form of denial of sense pleasures and of sexuality in particular, fasting, and other ascetic practices. They even inflicted pain on the body in an attempt to weaken or punish it because they regarded it as sinful. In Christianity, this used to be called mortification of the flesh. Others tried to escape from the body by entering trance states or seeking out of the body experiences. Many still do. Even the Buddha is said to have practiced body denial through fasting and extreme forms of asceticism for 6 years, but he did not attain enlightenment until after he had given up this practice. The fact is that no one has ever become enlightened through denying or fighting the body or through an out of the body experience. Although such an experience can be fascinating and can give you a glimpse of the state of liberation from the material form, in the end, you will always have to return to the body, where the essential work of transformation takes place. Transformation is through the body, not away from it. This is why no true master has ever advocated fighting or leaving the body, although their mind-based followers often have. Of the ancient teachings concerning the body, only certain fragments survive, such as Jesus' statement that your whole body will be filled with light, or they survive as myths, such as the belief that Jesus never relinquished his body but remained one with it and ascended into heaven with it. Almost no one to this day has understood those fragments or the hidden meaning of certain myths, and the "you are not your body" belief has prevailed universally, leading to body denial and attempts to escape from the body. Countless seekers have thus been prevented from attaining spiritual realization for themselves and becoming finders. It is possible to recover the lost teachings on the significance of the body or to reconstruct them from the existing fragments. There is no need for that. All spiritual teachings originate from the same source. In that sense, there is and always has been only one master who manifests in many different forms. I am that master, and so are you, once you are able to access the source within. And the way to it is through the inner body. Although all spiritual teachings originate from the same source, once they become verbalized and written down, they are obviously no more than collections of words. And a word is nothing but a signpost, as we talked about earlier. All such teachings are signposts, pointing the way back to the source. I have already spoken of the truth that is hidden within your body, but I will summarize for you again the lost teachings of the masters. So here is another signpost. Please endeavor to feel your inner body as you read or listen. Sermon on the Body. What you perceive as a dense physical structure called the body, which is subject to disease, old age, and death, is not ultimately real, is not you. It is a misperception of your essential reality that is beyond birth and death, and is due to the limitations of your mind, which, having lost touch with being, creates the body as evidence of its illusory belief in separation and to justify its state of fear. But do not turn away from the body, for within that symbol of impermanence, limitation, and death that you perceive as the illusory creation of your mind is concealed the splendor of your essential and immortal reality. Do not turn your attention elsewhere in your search for the truth, for it is nowhere else to be found but within your body. Do not fight against the body, for in doing so you are fighting against your own reality. You are your body. The body that you can see and touch is only a thin, illusory veil. Underneath it lies the invisible inner body, the doorway into being, into life unmanifested. Through the inner body, you are inseparably connected to this unmanifested one life, birthless, deathless, eternally present. Through the inner body, you are forever one with God. And that's where we will stop for today. And that brings Mindful Monday to a close for today. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.